Hello and welcome to Stories, Treasures, and Tea. I am Marian and I'm very glad to have you here today. Those of you who've been with me since the beginning, and warm welcome to new people as well. I would ask that you subscribe if you don't mind, as I've subscribed to 3 or 4 new content creators this week and been very glad that I did. So I'm going to begin today with treasures. And I did go to a thrift shop this week. I got this beautiful dish that I quite love. It's kind of like a shell shape, and it's like a covered vegetable dish. Very pretty. It's Spode, that's the make, and it's quite old, I'm sure, and I believe it was $6.99. So that it has inspired me to make a dinner with some nice veggies. So I'm going to do that. That's my plan. That was one of my treasures this week. And this week, my stories, treasures, and tea will kind of blend in together, as you'll see. That was a treasure, but the other things I'm about to show are also my treasures. Because this week I subscribed to a new content creator, and I believe his name is Jeff, and the name of his channel is My Take on Home and Garden. Maybe you've seen him. He's kind of a regular looking guy, and he's got some tattoos and things, but then he will do these beautiful flower arrangements. He's got this maximalist, I think that's how you say it, as opposed to minimalist, decorating way, and he's very interesting to listen to. Very, very friendly man, and his wife. I think his wife, does the channel with him. So I've subscribed to him, and he did one episode on his part of his collection of teapots, and then I also watched Lady Mary Beth, one of her YouTube videos, which I often watch her. And she also did a video on some of her teapots. So I thought, I have a collection of teapots. So I thought today I would show you a few. I think I've got 5 or 6. I think I have 5. So I'm just going to show you those. And then some of them will lead into stories. And I want to ask you some questions about this one story. So stick around for the end, and I'd love if you put your comments in about this question I'm going to ask you. So the first teapot I want to show you is this one. It's a very delicate pattern. It's nice for spring. You may have seen it in another video of mine. It has butterflies and pretty little delicate flowers, but this teapot was made for Hallmark. So I wonder if you ever watch Hallmark movies. You might see this in one of the older Hallmark movies. I still do watch Hallmark on occasion. I know it often has the same sort of storyline, but it always has a happy ending. And also, you can always count on a kiss at the very end. So I really like that. Some may think it's kind of corny, but I like it. And the other teapot I want to show you is this one, which is a little more dramatic because it's black and it has the gold. So it's also a smaller teapot, I'd say 2 cup. But this teapot I bought myself at a thrift shop, and it is Gibson, made in England, and it's very gold laden. So I quite like that, dramatic. I like to show that one because it's showy. And the next one I want to show you has some sentimental value. It's very whimsical. My sister Annie bought me this years ago. And I remember when she bought it, I thought, wow, that is very whimsical. But as the years went on, I grew to appreciate it more. She got it for me because we've always had an interest in tea, and this teapot, it looks like a tea table with a tablecloth and a tray and teapot and teacup on top. I hope you can see that. And underneath this tablecloth is a little puppy dog. And this is one of the reasons I grew to appreciate this more, is because the puppy dog looks like our Lilibet. So cute. And of course, the tray and teapot on top is the lid for the teapot. So that's really cute from my sister Annie. I've loved that. Now this next teapot is a bigger one, and this one is the one I use the most. It's called Pierce Lace, and you can see why it's called Pierce Lace, because it really does look like lace. Very nice size. So I use this one the most when I have company for tea, which I am going to be having company for tea. Now, this last one I'm going to show you is also very dramatic, very gold, and it is also Gibson. It's interesting. I guess Gibson liked to do the gold, but it's got a beautiful golden lid here too. And there is a story to this one, which I want to get your opinion on it too, because I got this as a gift from a friend. She was my friend for a lot of years. We met, she was a neighbor, and then we met because we both like tea, we discovered. So that's how we originally met. We were friends for a long time, and her husband and her and my husband and me became friends. So we were couple friends. So for a lot of years, we went places together. We had each other over for barbecue or dinner. Many years we were friends. And then when my marriage ended very suddenly and surprising to everyone around me, things changed a little later. At first, she was there with me. She was so supportive, as many people were around me. But then I know there was maybe a year later, there was a birthday party for her husband, a special birthday, and I didn't get invited. And she told me it was all couples. So that was kind of the beginning of things changing. And the point is, to this day, we are not friends anymore. And I think that can happen. And I've learned since then that it's not too unusual. When your marriage ends, and you may change friends, you may change even family sometime. So I want to hear about your take on that. Did it ever happen to you, if you're divorced or separated, that friends or even family changed? The relationship with them. So please let me know in comments if that, if it had any effect on you. So that was my story on that. And I also want to talk about Lilibet. Lilibet is once again here. This is our Lilibet. This is our Lilibet. She got a nice haircut. Did you eat your chewy? What do you got on your face? You got some bird. Oh, did you have a good sleep? Are you hot? Do you want some water? Do you want me to get your water? Hey? Oh. But I am going to show you a little video of where Lilibet also likes to hang out. And she has two friends at this place where she likes to hang out. So I'm going to show you a little video on that. And then when Lilibet is here, she really likes to be the guard dog now, which we appreciate. So I'm going to end our session today with this quote that I just kind of came across this afternoon, and I just want to read it to you because I think it's quite suitable to women, anybody that's kind of maybe middle-aged and older. And this is what he said. He said, "The first place we lose the battle is in our own thinking. If you think it's permanent, then it's permanent. If you think you've reached your limits, then you have. If you think you'll never get well, then you won't. You have to change your thinking. You need to see everything that's holding you back, every obstacle, every limitation as only temporary." So think about that for this week, and so will I. And I hope you're back next week. Send me your comments, subscribe if you haven't already, and until then, bye-bye.